Hey church, welcome to Wednesday Voices. Tonight we're talking about donkeys. Hey church, welcome to Wednesday Voices. Great to have you with us. Tonight we're going to be talking about donkeys. Kind of. We're going to be talking about one of the commandments, one of the odd commandments. There's two of them, 9 and 10. And it talks about coveting. It's about wanting other people's stuff. And man, do we want other people's stuff.
Tonight, we're thinking about all the energy we spend comparing ourselves to other people.
Let's start off with a story tonight, and then we're gonna do a little activity. So I want you to have your pencil and your paper ready to go for that in a little bit.
Do you remember when we used to go to restaurants and sit inside at a table with people that we don't live with and order an appetizer or a dessert to share? That feels like a long time ago. I usually don't order dessert, but as soon as it comes, as soon as somebody else orders dessert and it comes, and it's like melty and gooey and delicious and sitting right in front of me, I'm jealous. And I have big feelings, big regrets about not ordering dessert. And I'm quick to ask for another fork because I'm coveting whatever they ordered.
Hold on. I want you to grab your piece of paper and your pencil, and I want you to write down something that's caused you to feel jealous by comparison. Something you saw in another person that made you feel less than because it appeared that they had it better. You know, the grass is greener on the other side saying. It could be something to do with phones or friends or an experience, like someone that's traveled. I know that as someone who likes to travel, sometimes it is hard to see other people traveling. A test score, it could be an outfit, clothes, a talent that other people have, something that you've felt jealous for.
There are different degrees of intensity when it comes to comparing ourselves with other people, what they look like, who they are, what they have.
There are all kinds of ways that we do this comparison work. Some of them are pretty harmless, like, wanting somebody else's dessert. But some of them can be incredibly painful and harmful and destructive to ourselves.
It can devastate the way that we treat our own bodies, and we appreciate what we do have and what makes us unique. It can turn us inward, really concerned about how we're perceived by the world and changing the way that we think about ourselves.
I don't know about you, but there have been times where I've, felt really good about myself and then gone down this spiral of like swiping through people's stories. And then all of a sudden I can feel this comparison loop happen, and it just kind of sucks the joy out of my day at times, or out of that moment. And instead of seeing and being excited for different parts of people's lives, I start to compare of like, oh, I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that, or I don't have that piece of clothing, or I'm not, posting that cool fact. But what we kind of forget about, or what I forget about, is that that's a filter, right?
Sometimes I don't even know that I'm doing it, but I'm making assumptions about what somebody's whole life looks like because of a picture they posted or a comment they shared. But it's just a filter. It's not an honest, true comparison because they're only showing me what they want me to see about their life. And if I'm being honest, I'm only showing them what I want them to see about mine.
And Jesus was always redirecting this comparison and this jealousy that we have inside of us, showing people to put down their scorecards, and trust that when God says there's enough and abundance, that there is, and that you don't need to be someone else. You don't need to compare yourself to other people, and that God created you to be uniquely you and me to be uniquely me.
Teddy Roosevelt said that comparison is the thief of joy. And that's one of those quotes that we hear and we know so quickly that it's true. And yet we do it all the time. We are constantly comparing ourselves to one another. Which is why this commandment, these two commandments, exist. God invites us to look at things differently. And so what I want you to do to close tonight is to take a little time and have some conversation with those with whom you have gathered, and think about an experience or a thing or whatever it is. Think about something that brings you joy and share that. What's something that has happened in your life? What's something that you have that consistently brings you joy? And then invite you to have some conversation about what it feels like when you share that thing, that experience, that relationship with somebody else. How does it change your perspective when you invite people in to your joy?